Every developer who's tried to scrape at scale has hit the same wall. Your IP gets blocked, your requests start returning captchas, or the data just stops showing up, usually between the first 200 and 500 requests. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact techniques I use to scrape tens of thousands of pages without triggering blocks. We're staying in ethical territory here. Public data, no paywalls, reasonable rate limits. But we're going to look like humans, not bots. Detection systems are looking for these signals. First, request velocity. Humans don't make 50 requests per second. If your scraper does, you're flagged immediately. Rate limiting is your first and most important defense. Second, browser fingerprint. A raw Playwright or request session has a default fingerprint. User agent strings, missing headers, JavaScript behaviors that screams bot. Detection services like Cloudflare, Akamai, and Datadome fingerprint every browser that connects to their CDN. Third, IP reputation. Residential IPs have clean reputations. Data center IPs, the ones you get from AWS or DigitalOcean, are known ranges that get flagged aggressively on any site with serious anti-bot measures. Fourth, behavioral patterns. Bots navigate pages in patterns. Always the same path, always the same timing. Real users are messier. They scroll, they pause, they sometimes go back. Let's address all four. Not constant predictable delays, variable delays. Between each request, wait a random duration drawn from a range that matches human behavior. For a browsing task, that's 1.5 to 4 seconds. For clicking a link, 300 to 800 milliseconds after the page loads. In Python, time.sleep random.uniform 1.5, 4.0, one line, do not skip it. Also add random thinking pauses. Every 15 to 25 requests, take a longer break, 10 to 30 seconds. This mimics a user getting up to grab coffee, checking their phone, reading what they just loaded. The most powerful anti-detection upgrade is Playwright Stealth. Install it with pip, install Playwright Stealth. Apply it to your browser page with Stealth Page before any navigation. What this does: it patches JavaScript properties that bots normally expose. Things like navigator.webdriver, which is literally a flag that says, I am being controlled by automation. Stealth sets it to undefined. It also patches WebGL, canvas fingerprinting, and several dozen other signals that detection scripts look for. After Stealth, set realistic headers. Use a real Chrome user agent string, not a generic one, not an old version. Use a current Chrome release. Copy the exact accept language, accept encoding, and sec-fetch headers that Chrome sends by default. Don't start a fresh browser session for every scraping job. Real users have persistent sessions. They have cookies. They have browsing history. Create a browser context with storage state. Before you start scraping, visit the site's homepage. Let it set cookies. Interact with it briefly. Scroll down. Wait a few seconds. Maybe click an internal link. Now you look like a returning visitor, not a fresh automated session. Save the context state to a JSON file after the warm-up. Reload it at the start of each scraping session. This persists your session cookies and gives you continuity across runs. For serious scale, 10,000 plus pages from a single site, a residential proxy is worth investigating. Services like Bright Data, Oxylabs, or Smart Proxy route your requests through real residential IP addresses. They're not free, but for a lead generation business where each scraped lead is worth dollars, the economics easily justify the cost. For smaller scale, hundreds to a few thousand requests, a rotating proxy service combined with the fingerprinting techniques above is usually enough. WebShare offers 10 free proxies on sign-up. Rotate through them with a round-robin strategy. Despite all precautions, you'll occasionally hit a captcha. 2 options. Option 1. Back off and retry. Close the browser context, wait 30 minutes, start a fresh one. Captchas are often triggered by unusual velocity, not permanent bans. A fresh session from a different IP often bypasses them. Option 2. Use a captcha-solving service. 2Captcha and Anti-Captcha both have Python libraries and charge about $2 per $1,000 solves. For Google, reCAPTCHA and HCAPTCHA specifically, they're highly reliable. Integrate it as a fallback. Detect the CAPTCHA presence with a CSS selector check. Submit it programmatically, wait for the solve, inject the token. The whole flow takes 15 to 30 seconds. Rate limit with randomization. Stealth your fingerprint. Warm up your browser contexts. Rotate proxies at scale. Handle captchas gracefully. These 5 techniques keep my scrapers running for hundreds of thousands of requests without blocks. The complete code is in the repo. Next week, how I use all of this to feed a 24/7 lead scoring pipeline. See you there.